Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Slackers, bringing you guys our next matchup in the Smash Bros. Upgraded tournament. Not to be confused with the other one. This is the newer one that we just started. But, yeah, we got our first results from the tournament. So, first character's moving on, and the first character's dropping to the loser bracket. But, we'll get to that in just a second. So, yeah, we got... obviously, new match to go over. I'm going to tell you what we're doing with Shantae, what's happening with that. You might see it here on screen, but I'm updating it live when I'm recording this. So, in the past tense of live, it was lived. What? I don't know. Anyway, if you haven't seen this before, it's simple. Put a bunch of characters into a tournament each day on the channel. I upload one of the matches from the tournament, and then we vote between one of the two characters. But there are a few rules you will need to follow. Don't worry, they're very simple to follow. So let me just put them up on screen for you guys. All right, rule number one. You got to keep in mind that you got to be a little open-minded, okay? That's kind of got to, it has to be a rule for this tournament. And why do you have to be open-minded? Every single character in this tournament is already in Smash Bros. In some way, except a playable character. So that means assist trophies, spirits, Mii costumes, background characters, Pokemon, stuff like that are in this tournament. So that's why we call it the upgraded tournament. Could one of those get upgraded? Maybe. That, you know, it's possible. So, yeah, got to be open-minded. But rule number two, you only get one single vote per person. We keep it fair that way. Rule three, how do you vote? Simple, down in the comments. Type the name of the character that you are voting for. However, if you do like both characters, you can, yes, you can vote for both characters by simply typing the word both. Alright, that's how you signal you're voting for both. Simple. Rest of the rules, double elimination tournament, meaning a character will have to lose 2 times overall before being eliminated from the tournament. And then once we get to the results to determine the winner and loser of each individual match, if there happens to be a tie in the voting, we're going to flip a coin on camera. First way to break a tie, and then each matchup voting-wise only lasts for just 1 week. So you have 7 days from when an episode first gets uploaded. Alright, simple. Alright, let's move on to the rest of the video. Alright, let's get to our first results of the tournament. So last Monday was our very first match in the tournament, and that was the matchup between Ring Fit Trainer and their opponent, Tails, from the Sonic series. You can probably guess how this went, so no surprise. Tails ended up winning the first match, alright? But let's put it like this. Tails won 56 votes to just 22 votes. So there's quite a bit of people, though, that were saying Ring Fit Trainer definitely has a potential for a unique sort of style with the exercise, with the ring that they have that shoots projectiles. You can use it in all sorts of weird, wacky ways. So, like, I think people are starting to kind of get on board with this character potentially being in Smash Bros. So it's kind of cool to see. Brand new character. You know, the game for that, you know, Ring Fit Adventure only came out in October, so seems like there's a little bit of support there. But again, Tails, pretty big fan favorite. So Tails moves on to the winner's bracket. Next matchup will be against Skull Kid. Should be a fun matchup there. But Ring Fit Trainer does drop to the loser bracket, unfortunately. So one more loss for them, because it is a male and a female. One more loss and they are eliminated. But that's it for the results. So let's start the matchup for today, which happens to be Eevee from the Pokemon series. Yeah, that, you know, one of the most iconic, most recognizable, most popular Pokemon in the series history, is taking on Geno, one of the most controversial characters in the Smash Bros. Community. And let's face it, that's probably the only community he's mentioned in. So, who are we starting with? Eevee? Yeah. So, Eevee. Look, well, okay. If you're a Pokemon, you already have tremendous potential for a moveset, right? So, how about let's go down the road of what could... If the rest of the DLC characters had a gimmick, what could Eevee's gimmick be? And that's where it would be so fun, so unique. It would be, what, 8 characters in one, something like that? What if you could put all the evolutions into the moveset somehow? So what if, oh boy, I don't know, neutral special. Let's use Shulk's idea. You got the Monado wheel, right? What if Eevee's neutral special was to grab a evolutionary stone, something like that, to help evolve Eevee, so it falls down, and then for that stock, you are that evolution. So you could just play as Eevee if you want. Otherwise, you get all of them. You get Jolteon, Vaporeon, Flareon, Espeon, Umbreon, Glaceon, Leafeon, Sylveon, am I missing? I might be missing, but is that 9? Was that 9 characters? That's a lot, but I think there's potential for that to maybe happen. Again, Eevee's very iconic in Pokemon, very popular, and to think that Pokemon might not get another rep in Smash Bros. I don't know about that. Like, look, it's Nintendo. It's first party. Nintendo can do whatever they want. Whether we do end up getting a new Pokemon rep, you know, because the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC is coming out. I think the first one comes out in June, or probably June, and then the next one will come out in like fall sometime. So maybe there's, you know, around where an E3 would have been, maybe they coincide the two and be like, oh, by the way, here's even more information about the DLC for Pokemon. Oh, by the way, Pokemon's getting a new rep in Smash Bros. Or something like that. So what if Eevee just kind of went along with that for whatever reason, right? Again, you have all these characters, but you don't necessarily have to drop at the same time or around the same time as the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC. So keep in mind the DLC Fighter Pass 2 is stretched out to December 2021, right? So we have still, what, a little over a year and a half for all of it to play out. So if you did somehow decide to go the route of Eevee with all evolutions possible in the moveset, okay, you got plenty of time then to really narrow it down. So basically, oh man, it really is kind of like 8-9 characters in one, right? It's really, that it would be a lot of work. There's no denying that. I mean, on the plus side, Eevee is already in Smash Bros. You already have the character model. You already have it doing its... Does it do tackle or takedown? It does one of them, so that could end up being one of Eevee's moves that they just put into the moveset, potentially. And maybe all evolutions have that move just to save a little bit of development time, whatever it might be. But I think that it could be a good starting block for developing a character such as Eevee. Again, well, not every single character, because there's only some that are spirits, but be a fun building block. We'll say that. All right, we'll say that. But potential, absolutely. Eevee's got all those imaginary boxes checked off. Easy. But what about Geno? Yeah, we know Geno, right? He's got his fans, and then he doesn't have his fans. I'm a fan personally. I love the character. I love the Super Mario RPG. Very fun. Very fun. But then there's people that have said they've played the game, and they say, all right, he has practically no dialogue, doesn't show any emotion. But then again, why does every character really need to be the happy-go-lucky, bouncing all around sort of character? No, why can't we have a serious character that doesn't talk, that doesn't... I mean, we have Link. I guess Link shows a little bit more emotions, but Link doesn't talk, so Geno doesn't need to talk. Why am I comparing Geno to Link? I don't know. It's kind of a comparison. Anyway, Geno has been a big vocal point in the Smash community for a long time, since Brawl, right? Since Sakurai just mentioned his name, right? And, look, if Sakurai had his way, I think Geno would probably be in the roster by now. I would have to think, but the thing for me, even though Geno's, I think, fourth most wanted character, I still have a very hard time actually seeing him in the game. And here, the main reason is he worth it for Square Enix to put him in the game? Is he worth it for Square to say, all right, you know what, Nintendo, you could use him, go for it? What does Square get out of this? Is the big picture. What, the money for the licensing rights? Okay. What else do they get? What else can they bank off of? What else could they build off of from that? Nothing? Maybe try to collab with Nintendo and do another Super Mario RPG with Geno in it? Maybe, but that might be even more of a long shot to happen. So, business-wise, from Square Enix's standpoint, Geno does not make sense. He's a character that they have nothing for. They're not doing anything with. He's like over in his corner, and Square's just like, who are you again? When's the last time we even... What's your name? So it's Square, it's like he almost doesn't exist to them. So if you mention the character Geno outside of the Smash Bros. Community, come on, odds are no one's going to recognize him, right? So in terms of being a Smash Bros. Fan, which maybe that's the path the Fighter Pass 2 is taking, I don't know, a fan demand sort of Fighter Pass, we could potentially say. Maybe Geno fits in there somewhere, because again, he does have a lot of his fans, but it's like 50-50. You like him or you don't. I don't think I've ever seen anyone kind of be in the middle ground. Like, okay, yeah, he might be cool, but at the same time, meh. Nah, I don't think Geno rolls that way in the community, but we'll end up seeing. Geno could be very fun. He's got a lot of moves. Be a lot of, like, very projectile-based in terms of his moves. Geno Whirl, Geno Beam, Geno Blast. There's a lot of Geno moves. Like, Geno really is obsessed with himself because he's an obsessed puppet. Or, yeah, whatever. But again, moveset. Yeah, Sakurai's kind of said it in the past somewhat that he envisions Geno to play somewhat like Mii Gunner. So, there you go. You want another building block in the game? Alright, take Mii Gunner as your starting base and then just warp it and change it from there. And you turn it into Geno. Maybe, I don't know. Again, there's always these possibilities that you can use to help further along a character instead of just starting from scratch. If you can help it along the way a little bit better, maybe it was in their heads to say, alright, maybe we'll make them work. I don't know. Again, does it make sense for Square? No. Do the Smash fans want to see it? Yes and no. But it would be a big talking point. It would be a big talking point, very big, just everything in the Smash. People would be going crazy, happy, and just insane because, like, no, it's the worst character in the history of games. He doesn't deserve it, blah, blah, blah. We could talk about that if it were to ever happen. So, voting-wise, Geno's my number 4 most wanted character. I don't think he's getting in, but I'm still voting for him. I would still love to see him in the game. So, let me know who you guys got down in the comments. Eevee, Geno, or both. All good options. That is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. So, sneak peek for tomorrow. And tomorrow, I think we will have an episode from each tournament. But I ain't going to show you the other tournament because I don't have that pulled up. But tomorrow's tournament, the matchup, should be... Actually, ooh, this could be a fun one. We have Akira Howard from the Astral Chain game. Yeah, the male-female... Yeah, that Akira Howard, yeah. With the Legion swapping mechanic. Ooh, that would be fun. I want to see that. But Akira Howard's opponent, Jill Valentine from the Resident Evil series. So we'll see how that one plays out. And then we'll get the results of Leon. Oh, okay. So it's a Resident Evil day tomorrow. We'll get the results of Leon Kennedy, who is taking on Ashley. Winner gets to face Waluigi, and the loser drops to the loser bracket. So that is it. What are we doing with Shantae? I'm swapping her out. People wanted her out. More people wanted her out or said they understand why people want her out. So she's getting swapped out. Who's she getting swapped out for? The character, where do I go for this? Here we go. Participants. Here's how this played out. All right, I had this already written down. This is who the next character would have been. Tournament. Hello. This is who the next character would have been. I didn't take any suggestions going forward. I already had those all written down from that video I made a couple weeks ago. Where's Shantae? She's down at the bottom, right? No, she's not. Where's Shantae? She's in the top half. She's got to be in the top half somewhere. I'm going to find her. Hold on. Yep, there she is. Number 15. So Shantae is going to... There we go. This is who I had. I'm sorry, some people might not like it, but this is who it is. Chorus Kids. That's who I'm going with. It's a new franchise, at least, from the ones that are already playable. So Chorus Kids are the new rep. That is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully that's not too much of a letdown. But that is it. Yeah, hopefully we catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.